before you say anything, yeah, I realize this mic is a lower quality and it sounds shittier than usual, but it also stops background noises so you don't hear cats and dogs and my PS4. My PS4 is like a freaking helicopter, okay? It's loud as hell. And I have to stop it to record normally, okay? And you don't hear, I don't know, cars going by my house or my family talking or whatever. So yeah, I'm using this one even though it has a worse quality. It's easier for me to record whenever I want instead of waiting to be home alone with no animals or family or and stop my PS4 and also stop every time a car goes by, okay?
Also, I use that mic for only the first 3 aliens.
With that out of the way, today we're gonna talk and explain some of the more popular non-canon aliens in the Ben 10 franchise. Those aliens are popular enough that unless you're someone who hasn't been in the fandom for like the last year or two, you should be aware of those aliens and you should know them. But if you're not, just stick and watch the video because I'm gonna explain all of those non-canon aliens. Within the Ben 10 community, there are three non-canon aliens that everyone basically knows. Hell, they might know them better than some of the canon aliens, okay? Those are Anti-Gravitesla, Plant Apocalypse, and Blob the Bob. Oh my god, I said Blob the Bob. And Bob the Blob, it's what I meant to say. Those three aliens are from commercials that aired in Latin America. That's why I personally, I don't know if anyone else, but I call them the LA Trio, the Latin America Trio, because they originate from Latin American commercials that only aired there. They didn't air in Asia, they didn't air in Europe, Africa, the US, Mexico, Canada, whatever. You get it. It was only a Latin America thing, and they might have probably aired in maybe Center America, maybe in Mexico actually. I'm not sure. So I think we should talk about them first, as they're some of the most popular. The first one I'm gonna talk about is Anti-Gravitesla. His name tells you everything you need to know and there is to know about his character and species and everything. He is an alien that can control gravity and is based in looks on Nikola Tesla. It's simple. He is based on Tesla in terms of appearance and he can control gravity. From the name, I assume it's the repulsive, not the attractive powers of gravity. Like he can repulse things, he can't attract things to himself. I think that's the implication from the anti-Gravitesla, because he's not called Gravitesla, he's just called anti-Gravitesla. He's from a commercial where basically the aliens attack Ben's school and he transforms into this alien. He tries to save Julie and the school in general, but it doesn't go that well, and his powers kind of mess him up. Apparently, his species does not look like Tesla. Like, not all of them look like Tesla. It's just this particular transformation of Ben, and everyone in his species looks different, just like humans do. And that their culture is reminiscent of the 1800s here on Earth. This is something Derek J. White says. The second alien is Bob the Blob. He originates from a commercial where I think Gwen is falling off of a bridge or something. At the same time, she's being attacked by a DN alien, and the DN alien is about to take her over. The funny part about this, if Bob the Blob into itself as a concept is not funny enough, is that those are the kid versions of Ben and Gwen, but there's a DN alien there. So it's kind of weird, right? The only thing we know about him is that he's very slow as we can see in the commercial, and he has a brain for each head. I think that's confirmed by Derek J. Wyatt. And he's blue. And he's a blob. That was all the info I got about him. I know. Very very interesting fellow over here. But he's funny at least, okay? I found him fun, okay? Don't bully, okay? Don't bully me. Or don't even bully him for that matter. Okay? Now, Plant Apocalypse, it's perhaps the most interesting out of them. Even based on his name, that sounds so cool. Plant Apocalypse. A plant that will bring apocalypse to this world. Ooh, spooky. He appears as the others in a commercial where the Vrider brothers attack the Bellwood, I guess, and Ben transforms into him. And then I think he starts beating the living bricks out of everyone. He basically continued eating everything he could up until he became giant. He became a ginormous plant, so big that he could grab the satellite from Earth. Like, he was on Earth and his roots were so big he could grab a satellite from space. That's how big. He was basically as big as the planet, okay? That's why he's the most interesting, because he's one of Ben's most powerful transformations. He's as big as a freaking planet. He's a plant as big as a planet. Which I also think that's fine. We don't know anything about his species or homeworld or basically anything. I really like Plant Apocalypse just by the amount of strength this simple plant can have. It starts with, oh, look at me, I'm a simple small plant, ooh, ooh woo, ooh woo. And then it's your cat, it's your grandma, it's a car, it's a house, it's Texas, it's the United States, and then becomes as big as a planet. And imagine if it continues eating. What if it eats the Earth? What if it eats the freaking planet? It will get as big as a star? Does it continue eating from there? Does it eat stars? This alien is bigger than anything we've seen before. The only alien that we've seen that's comparable, well, not comparable, because it's way bigger, that alien, but way big. It's not way big, actually. It's Alien X. Alien X is the only alien that we saw being bigger than Plant Apocalypse. Not even way big. It's even remotely close to Plant Apocalypse. Way big, it's like, what, 100 feet? Plant Apocalypse is what? 20,000 miles or something? It's insane. This alien is gigantic. I love this alien. This is probably one of my favorite non-canon aliens of all time.
Another couple of aliens that were relatively popular, given the fact that they were non-canon or at best questionably canon, are the two yellow boys, Rox and Squid Streeter. Those two originate from a live-action play that was only held in Asia. I don't know if it was in Japan or Indonesia or China, but it was only held in Asia. That's why there's literally no good footage of it, and I only could find this trailer thing that I'm showing you on screen right now. Squid Streeter, it's a cephalotay, I don't know how to pronounce this species, okay? I'm just gonna say cephalotay. Cephalotay from the planet Molluscus, a planet that has mostly water on it, just like Ripjaw's home planet, and also it has a lot of coral reef, apparently, from what I've been told. In terms of abilities, he has all the squid abilities you would think of, tentacles, he can shoot ink, even though I think that's an octopus thing, but regardless. And his species in general, it's based off of squids, if you couldn't tell, from the fact that his name is Squid Streeter. He can also sense mana and emotions, apparently. And that's about it. This is Squid Streeter. He's a squid who can sense mana, emotions, and do basically anything a squid can. Rocks, on the other hand, it's a pile of rocks in the shape of a human body. A pile of yellow rocks, to be exact. Well, he's not necessarily made of rocks. It's more of a Diamond Head situation where, like, Diamond Head is not necessarily made of diamond. It's just something that's similar to diamonds. The same is with rocks. His species name is Basalt, and the name of his home planet is Andesite. Andesite is basically a volcanic planet, meaning that it's covered in lava and magma. There's basically rivers of magma and lava and volcanoes everywhere, and everything it's either rocks or magma or lava. That's basically everything on his planet, which makes sense because he's made of rocks, which are a byproduct of, magma and lava and volcanic eruptions and so on. In terms of abilities, he's obviously super strong, given the fact that he's comparable to other aliens, and I think in this play he probably even fights Vilgax because Vilgax is in, so that makes him relatively strong. He also can create earthquakes, and he's yellow, which is very similar to Armadillo. So if you really think about it, he's basically Armadillo but made of rocks. But yeah, this is rocks and everything you have to know about him. Another group of aliens, it's from this one Alien Force Draw Your Alien competition thing, where the winners will get their aliens to have a transformation and appear on TV. And I think, I might be wrong, but they might have been promised that they actually will appear in the show, but obviously that never actually happened, which is kind of funny because that happened again with another bunch of aliens where they lied to people that their aliens were gonna be in the show, and we never see them again. So yeah, Shadow Man was created by the competition winner from Poland, and is basically Ghost Freak with legs in black and white. If you look at his body shape, he low-key kind of looks like Ghost Freak, but he's half black, half white, which means that he's race mixed race. I don't know how that works in English. And his power is basically that he can manipulate shadows and light, so he can be invisible or blend in with light and shadows, which is interesting. But Ben already has Chameleon and Ghost Freak, which can do that already, so his power of being invisible is really not that impressive. But there he is, Shadow Man. Now, Stretch Leo or Leo or whatever his name is, it's actually very interesting. His power is basically that he can, as you might have guessed from the name, stretch. But the thing about him is that he's actually a very sweet, sick alien. Look at his design. Like, 1, okay, he has a power of stretching, which is pretty cool. 2, he has blue and black, and his head has this weird shape that, I don't know, we never see in Ben 10 Aliens, at least from what I remember. Like, his skull and head are so cool, and it's so good. The contrast between the blue and the black, it's so good. And just in general, his power, it's actually pretty unique because we don't really see aliens that are specifically made to stretch. I guess you can say that Wildvine and Snarrow kind of have the powers where they can use their appendages on long distances, but no alien in Ben 10 actually has specific ability to stretch. I think not of Ben's aliens at least, right? Yeah, for sure, because we know for sure that his girlfriend had these abilities, and a lot of the people in the fandom were still asking for him to get the same species as her so he can have those abilities because they're so unique and so interesting. So yeah, for sure he doesn't have any ability, at least that is as cool as this, or as cool to be on this level. I don't know. This is Stretch Leo and or Stretch Leo or whatever. He's cool. I don't know. I love him. He should be canon. She should be canon. Invisible was created by the contest winner from Hungary, I believe, and he's a dark blue alien with the ability of transforming into things. Basically, think of him as, nanobots, like Iron Man's armor, which can, transform and reconstruct itself, that kind of thing. Or even upgrade, I'm pretty sure he's made of nano organisms. But the alien he reminds me the most is Blocks, because he basically has the same power, or the same, I guess, utility, because Blocks is basically used by Ben to transform in different weapons or different structures to help him in combat. But I would argue that most fans, I don't know if myself, but most fans would argue that Invincible would be better than Blocks. From what we see from him, he is able to transform in something that kind of looks like Jet Ray, and then he is able to transform into a cannon thing. And I don't know, he's one of those aliens who also should be canon because he's actually pretty sweet. Another non-canon transformation that is relatively well known in the Ben 10 community and fandom, it's the hot dog. He originates from this one commercial where Vilgax takes the Omnitrix and Ben is looking at him and Vilgax is like, haha, I won, Ben. And then he transforms into a hot dog and then he starts dancing, and as transformed into the hot dog, he can't I'm sorry, it's funny. He can't not dance. He can't stop dancing. He necessarily has to dance. And then he keeps asking Ben, what the hell is this, Ben? What is happening, Ben? Why am I dancing, Ben? This is not what happens when you have the watch, Ben. Why am I a hot dog, Ben? This is not the same aliens transformations that you have, Ben. What is happening, Ben? And it's just, I don't know. A lot of people hate it, but I think they're just up their ass. I'm pretty sure that this, I don't know. This is funny. This is fun. This is a fun alien. It's not even canon. It's from a commercial. I don't think it's even made by Cartoon Network. I think it was made by some fan or something, and Cartoon Network just reposted it on their channel because they thought it was funny, and it is funny. Okay, people should stop being up their ass so much. Okay, this is a fine transformation. If anything, this is one of the best transformations. Hell, it's the best transformation in the fucking franchise. Damn it. Also, I found out that his species is called Oscamerian, and he comes from the planet Grillus. Speaking of best aliens, here it is, the banana alien. Another food-themed alien, which also it's associated with penises. Coincidence? Well, no, I made this video this way on purpose. But yeah, in this one thing where, so Cartoon Network basically made a video with some toy animation type thing, and then you can go into the description and click on different links to go to other videos. Basically, it's like a Telltale type thing where you make your own story. You choose the path of which you go. You get what I'm saying. And in one of those, there's this banana who's very agile. In it, Ben transforms into it and then fights Hex, and then Hex kind of beats the bricks out of it. But also, I don't know, it's cool. It's a banana. It's nothing to explain here. Okay? to add to this video, even though they're not alien transformations or new alien transformations. They are transformations nonetheless, and I really like them, so I want to mention them. So first we have this ad where you have Ben transforming from a cell or bacteria, whatever, to a fish. Then he transforms into a reptile or whatever, and then from the reptiles he basically becomes a monkey. And as you know, monkey is best. We have to go back to monkey. I love monkey. This is Monkey Ben, which I love. This obviously is a reference. This whole commercial is a reference to evolution, and I don't know. I just like it. I like Monkey Ben. I like Lizard Ben. I like Fish Ben, and I like the whole commercial in general and how it's like. I don't know. Everything about this commercial is cool. It has theoretically transformations, and I like it. So yeah, that's about it when it comes to this commercial thing. But there's also this other show. There's this YouTube channel basically that's associated with Cartoon Network. I think her name is Ani Malu or something like that, or maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly because I'm not Spanish or Portuguese or whatever. But she's basically making videos about cartoons, and more recently I think she only makes videos, or more recently makes videos about Cartoon Network because she has been associated with Cartoon Network. For example, she can go and make like interviews with Cartoon Network characters, and they reprise their voices. The voice actors come and talk to her. I don't know. I think it's cool. And then in one episode, she finds an Omnitrix or something like that, and she transforms into Accelerate, Forearms, and Hit Blast. And I think those designs look great. I think this pink, it's amazing. Those are probably two of my favorite, or three of my favorite alternate designs for those characters, and I just love them.